again, we are waiting for the president to arrive. He's here at Maxwell, and we're waiting for him to get off of Air Force One.
It was 8 years ago we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday, and President Barack Obama came at that time. You also had former President George Bush and his wife Laura were here as well.
And yeah, that was a big event, and I remember being out in that crowd that day, and you talking about a hot day. It was very, very hot that day, and there were so many people there to hear the president speak at that time. And we're expecting a similar crowd today for President Biden. So we know that it is hot and that there are a lot of EMTs out there. Is that the president? Brady, tell us what you're seeing.
Hey, Val, the President of the United States is here in Montgomery. He's exiting Air Force One as we speak, being greeted by members of the armed forces as he exits Air Force One. You can see him there shaking hands with people here at Maxwell. I got a smile on his face. He has those aviators on that you always see him traveling in.
He needs those today with the sunshine.
He does. He does. No, for sure, especially in Selma. Last year, I can tell you, it was very sunny and very hot, so he will need those sunglasses today for sure.
Imagine those are representatives of Maxwell Air Force Base that he is speaking with right now as he's just gotten off Air Force One, Brady.
Yes, he is speaking with members of the military right now. Over to the right, if you can see it in your shot, you have the press corps also gathered around as he chats with them. Any moment now, I want to stress this is also, just a brief visit here in Montgomery. We're expecting him to be here less than 10 minutes. You can see him right now walking over to Marine One. Now, Marine One is the helicopter that the president flies in. Now, once we get over there, you're going to see there are two helicopters. Well, why is that? Marine One always flies with a decoy helicopter to keep the president safe. Marine One is also an alternate to motorcades, which can be a challenge to organize to close down all of those roads. Another thing is Marine One, with its state-of-the-art technology, it's secure, but it's also, like any other helicopter, it can provide aerial views of areas that are hit by disaster. And that's something we've seen President and other members of the federal government flying around and helicopters to tour those damaged locations. As you know, Selma recently hit by that powerful tornado. We could see President Biden flying over Selma to get a look at that debris.
I imagine that he will get a good view from Marine One of the damage there in Selma. I imagine he is going to be surprised by what he sees, the magnitude of the damage. It's one thing to see it in pictures or on television, but to get that firsthand look is really eye-opening. And he has pledged his support to help Selma recover. The federal government is covering 100% of those cleanup costs for a 30-day period. It was initially 75%, but he upped that to 100% because Selma said it would wipe out their entire budget.